Georgia tax deed sales. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to find some sweet Georgia real estate for up to 90% below market value and educate you on the process of Georgia tax deed investing, as it is a redeemable deed state that can pay you up to 20% interest and give you a unique way into real estate to buy some property up to 90% below market value if you know what you're doing and you kind of know some mistakes to avoid. So we're putting together a little series here on Georgia tax deeds. So we have a little playlist that's going to go through basically every county and give you the details you need. Now, the nice thing is you can do a lot of this from home these days if the auction is online. Or if you live in Georgia, you can go and show up at these sales in person as well. So it is an amazing way to get into real estate. And in fact, one of my very first sales was in Georgia, good old Macon, Georgia. Had a lot of great memories. It was in the summer. It was the first time I learned what a cicada bug was. I thought it was a zombie apocalypse coming for me. And a lot of great things about Georgia. Had some peach ice cream at the Peach Factory. And a lot of good memories there. So I'm excited to share with you the details on Georgia. So with Georgia, you're going to have about 159 counties. Obviously, Atlanta being one of the big sales. But some of the smaller counties are going to have a lot of really nice home runs as well if you know what you're looking for. Now, before we continue, I'll take a second to introduce myself. I'm Dustin Hahn. I have been doing this business now for about 20 years and have been to many of the tax lien and deed states. And my goal with this channel is to help show you kind of some of the mistakes that I made as a rookie and as a professional so that you don't have to go through that pain. This business can be confusing if you don't know where to go. So that's what we do here. If you like this information, hit the thumbs up on this video. Subscribe. We got lots of great content coming out to show you the ins and outs of this business. And if you want to get started, I have a totally free mini course called the ABCs of Tax Lien and Deed Investing. It'll walk you through it step by step. One of the most comprehensive free trainings. I used to sell it. I give it away. Now, 100 tax lien and deed facts that you must know, and a bunch of on-demand trainings from DVD that are now on demand, right? So if you click more info, you can check that out as well. And you'll also see the link to the playlist. So, Georgia, a redeemable deed. You got a tax lien, tax deeds, and redeemable deeds, okay? So redeemable deeds are a deed, but they kind of act a little bit like tax liens. So with a tax lien, remember, you're just kind of lending the government money to help the homeowner pay their taxes. In return, you're getting an interest rate. You don't get the property, except if they don't pay you, but 95% of liens redeem. At a deed sale, it's straight up, you're going in for the property, okay? Now, at a traditional deed sale, you go, you buy the property. Because it is the priority lien, it wipes out the mortgages and encumbrance above it. Now, in Georgia, what a redeemable deed means, it means the homeowner has up to 1 year to pay you back. And if they do pay you back, they have to pay you a penalty of 20% interest on your money. Now, the nice thing about being a penalty is, say they redeem you in a month or two, you still get that 20%. Whereas with a lot of the lien states, that interest rate accrues every single month. However, with a redeemable deed state, always plan to get the property because it's a deed state. So you should be planning to get that property. So in that first year, 20%. In the second year, 30% if you want to let it keep rolling. From there, in the third year, up to 40% and up to 50% in the fourth year. Okay, so with that, it's important though, I wouldn't even go for the interest. I'd go for the property. In Georgia, in my opinion, don't really plan to play the interest game. Go for the property. You're going for the kill. But as a constellation prize, constellation or constellation? No, I think constellation is the stars. So as that prize, you can get the interest rate, which is great. Okay. So as you're getting into Georgia, remember, if you live there, that's awesome. You have these sales, go to them every month. If you're not in Georgia and you want to take advantage of it, then start looking for some of these counties that are going to have some online sales. And some of these counties might even have some over-the-counter properties, which are sitting there that you can just go and buy right away. Now, one thing to keep in mind, though, is some of these places that have these sales monthly, a lot of them might not have over-the-counter property. And the reason is because they just roll it over into the next auction each month. All right. So you can definitely check that out. And we're excited to announce, oh, and I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but the sales, always the first Tuesday of every month. Same with Texas as well. So we have a playlist that you'll probably see a link to at some point. It's a bunch of shorts on all the different counties and details on those counties. So this video is kind of an introduction to it, get you hyped up for it, and get you going. So next steps, find a county that works for you or that you're interested in. Get those details on the upcoming auction and start to make some money in this business, because it is an amazing way to get into real estate and get started. Like I said, I got a lot of fond memories of Georgia, going down there for one of my first sales. And my mentor at the time, he focused basically mostly on like forestry land. So he would buy vacant land and lots. And then because he was familiar with forestry, he would also like sell the timber. So there's always all sorts of different things you can do. And a lot of the times land is not quite as competitive. So you can go and get some pretty sweet deals. Some of these auctions, like you can buy land for 50, $100. So that's very cool, right? Go buy, 30 of those at $100 a piece, and you're going to end up with some home runs. And it's really the only business out there where you can have those type of entry points into real estate at such a cheap price. Now it's going to take a bit of work. You might have to go to more than one sale to make it work, but it is a lot of fun. And remember, there's the free mini course below to help you get started. It'll show you what to do, the questionnaires to ask, and it'll have you go in here today. If you want our help, click the more info button. You can book a call. We'll be happy to help you as well, save you some time, show you maybe what to do, where to go, all that sort of stuff. And thanks for tuning in. Thumbs up, subscribe if you like it. I really appreciate you taking the time to spend these few minutes with me, and I'll do my best to help you in this business. All right, see you on the next one.